Hello, my name is Brittany Gainer, and I am a Veteran Service Officer with the Statewide Veteran Service Portland Appeals Office located in downtown Portland with the Oregon Department of Veterans Affairs. Today, I'm going to walk you through what a virtual hearing looks like with the Board of Veterans Appeals. During this presentation, I'm going to outline your hearing options, how to determine if a virtual hearing is right for you, the workings of a virtual hearing, the hearing formalities in which these hearings take place, and an ideal hearing environment. We understand that we are currently living in unprecedented times during this COVID-19 global pandemic. Our agency is committed to ensuring that all veterans' hearings are completed in a timely manner with the Board of Veterans Appeals. You may be aware that prior to this pandemic, there were many different platforms in order for these hearings to take place, such as a travel board hearing, a video conference hearing, and now a virtual hearing. At this time, only a virtual hearing is available. If a virtual hearing isn't a good fit for you, you can always request to have your hearing rescheduled. Many of our veterans and claimants ask if this hearing platform is a good fit for them. If you can answer yes to some of these key points that we have outlined below, then we feel that a virtual hearing is a good setting for you. We ask that you have in-home secure Wi-Fi. We also ask that you have access to an electronic device shown on this slide. If you choose to use an iPhone or an Android, we do ask that it's 2016 or newer. A laptop and an iPad are also great options. An active email address that is checked regularly is critical in order for this virtual hearing platform to be successful. We do encourage an environment in which you are comfortable discussing your private information and be available to you during your hearing. So how does it work? If you have a hearing scheduled in the future or coming up, you will be notified in writing. Once you receive that notification, a VSO in our office will be assigned to your case. That VSO will reach out to you via phone. The virtual hearing process will be explained in great detail, and a current email address will be obtained. The VSO will also identify which electronic device you will be using for this hearing. Once those key pieces have been obtained, test instructions will be provided to you on behalf of the Board of Veterans Appeals. We will send these test instructions to the email that you provide to your VSO. We ask that you run a test on your device no less than 2 weeks prior to your hearing. We ask that you follow up with your VSO once that test is complete. After we confirm the test was successful, an email will be sent to you containing a live link for your upcoming virtual travel board hearing. It is important to note that for Android users, no application is required of you to download on your device. However, if you use an Apple product, we do require, and it is necessary for you to download a free application located in your App Store. No matter which cellular device you choose to use, both need to be 2016 or newer. This is critical. In this slide, I have provided a screenshot of what that app looks like for Apple users. Please be sure to download this application onto your cellular device. I have also included test instructions. These test instructions are identical to the test instructions that will be emailed to you once the VSO has established your email address and which device you will be using for this hearing. It's important for you to review these test instructions. Any questions that you may have, please ask for your VSO for assistance. I know I have provided a lot of information thus far in the presentation, but let me take a moment to give you a condensed version of what is asked of you. Your hearing will be scheduled. You will be notified in writing from the Board of Veterans Appeals. Next, a VSO that has been assigned to your case will reach out to the veteran or claimant. Then the VSO will explain in great detail the virtual hearing process and answer any questions that you may have. The VSO will confirm which electronic device will be used for the hearing and assist with downloading any applications needed onto your device. Once all information has been confirmed and communication has been established, test instructions will be sent out to you via email. Again, we do ask that you review those test instructions and run a test on your device no less than 2 weeks prior to your hearing. If that test fails, it will immediately tell you, and we ask that you communicate with your VSO for assistance troubleshooting. If your test was successful, it too will notify you that your test ran successfully. Please follow up with your VSO to explain the outcome of your test. Once we have determined that the test was successful, again, an email will be sent to you containing a live link for your hearing. Here I have provided an example of what a virtual hearing email will look like. Please note, the date and the time will be included in this email. It'll explain how to join, and the VA does request that you enter the virtual hearing room 15 minutes prior to your hearing. I have put a box around the link that you will click on. Please look for that link. That link will put you right into the virtual hearing room. In this slide, I've provided a screenshot of what a virtual hearing room looks like using an iPhone. Please note that your face will appear up in the right-hand box where the red circle is illuminated. Under participants, the judge's name, the VSO assisting you with your hearing, and your name will appear under participants. It is important for you to understand that once you enter the hearing room, you may appear in this room by yourself. The judge is what's also known as the host. Once the judge appears, he or she will connect all three parties together. One thing that we want to stress is that no matter which hearing platform you use, these are non-adversarial hearings. What that means is that the judge is not looking to cross-examine or to place doubt on any testimony that you provide. So we want to review the hearing formalities in which these virtual hearings take place. One thing that's important for you to understand is that your camera and microphone need to be enabled throughout the duration of the hearing. Veteran claimants and witnesses will all be sworn in and their testimony will be under oath. All parties speaking during these virtual hearings will be recorded. And statistically, we do not see a bias towards one hearing platform versus another. It is also imperative that you understand that no decision is rendered, no matter which hearing platform you decide to use on the day of the hearing. So many veterans and claimants ask what an ideal hearing environment looks like. We ask that you silence all devices that are not in use during the hearing. This includes televisions and radios and all electronic devices. We encourage that claimants and veterans be in a room with minimal distractions. The device you are using should be stationary and secure. We ask that you enunciate, and we ask that you remain focused and allow your VSO to guide you through this process. We understand that this process can be stressful for many. Many veterans and claimants wonder what the next step is after the hearing has been completed. It's important for you to know, once the hearing has concluded, all parties present during the hearing will be disconnected. Your VSO will follow up with you after the conclusion of the hearing to answer any questions that you may have. No decision is rendered to you on the day of the hearing. Rather, your decision will come to you in writing 6 to 12 months following your hearing. We understand this is a really lengthy process. We also understand that you've waited a long time for this hearing. Unfortunately, there is no way for us to speed up the decision-making process. We have provided a link for you to visit, provided by the Board of Veterans' Appeals, where you can track the status of your claim. Oftentimes during these hearings, the judges recommend additional evidence. Should you find yourself in that situation, please work with your VSO to arrange submission of such evidence. Oftentimes, we do ask for our county veteran service officers to assist with the submission of that evidence. Please again understand that our county veteran service officers are working condensed or remotely during this pandemic. Please contact them and your VSO prior to visiting their office. If you are not familiar with the County Veteran Service Office in your area, I provided a map here. Please familiarize yourself with your community and locate the nearest County Veteran Service Office to you. This concludes our presentation. If you still have additional questions or any of your questions were not answered during this presentation, I encourage you to reach out to your Veteran Service Officer or your County Veteran Service Office. We will be able to answer any questions that you may have. We look forward to working with you and thank you for your service.